Hi, my name is David Lee. I'm the community manager for Ben Studios for Days Gone. I mean, yeah, so we, back in 2016 of E3, we announced our game initially, and then you saw Deacon fighting against 500 freakers at the Lumber Mill. When you look at that gameplay demo and you look at what we've shown off today, the game has changed dramatically, visually, optimization-wise, especially with the UI. I feel like PlayStation has been able to give us the time and the budget to be able to create such a wonderful experience, and I hope the result that we come out with people will enjoy and love to play. So freakers they are very kind of animalistic, they are very violent, very ruthless. When freakers think, the only thing they're thinking about is food, like what can I eat? And fortunately for you, the biggest thing they want to eat is you, so at that point you always want to make sure you take them out. Yeah, so the Horde, they actually kind of migrate together. So when you're in the open map and when you start playing the game, you'll notice that there's these Horde nests. And the Horde will always be in 3 different areas. Either they're sleeping, or they're migrating to where they're drinking, or they're migrating to where they want to eat something. So depending on the day of time, you always want to be aware of where the Horde is, because you could just be driving your bike and realize you'll bump into a Horde of 300 and you'll probably can't escape. So the clear freaker nest, the easiest and most effective is a Molotov, but at that point there might be other weapons that allow you to do it, but really fire is the key to clearing freaker nest. Necessarily, they don't have less HP or anything when it's sunny, but it's just during the nighttime, and especially during the snow, it just makes them more aggressive and more kind of feral and more violent. So yeah, you want those ears to collect because they're actually currency used at multiple camps. So Horde ears are very important in this world's economy. I don't believe so, but I'll take that feedback to the office. The Rippers, they have their areas that are well known to everyone, because the second you see a Ripper, either you're going to die or you're going to barely escape. So right now within the game, there are these set locations to where these camps are, where the Rippers are, and things like that. So you just once you're aware of them, you'll know where they are. Play the story and you'll see. With the version we have now, you don't have too many of those decisions in the main storyline to take, but as you're riding the open road, there's a chance you will see survivors, you will see these scenarios where you have the chance to think, okay, am I going to use my resources, am I going to take the risk to save these survivors, will they supply me something good, or will they just have nothing? So it is that player choice that we're going to give you guys to make those decisions with the kind of moment-to-moment gameplay. It does not affect the main storyline. The main storyline is kind of set, that's kind of the story the creative director wanted to tell, but really it's on the onus of the player to go to decide whether they want to be a good person or kind of asshole. I think the main story kind of will give that information to you. We have announced DLC, but we haven't really announced what that DLC is yet, so I'd keep an eye out for that. But with the main story, yeah, that should be sufficient enough to tell you the characters' backstories and make you care about them and want to learn more. Yeah, so actually once you grab a supply, we have a day and night cycle, so I believe when the day passes, some of those materials will respawn again, but if they're more rare items, you have to wait a little longer. Not really. So right now, we can say that the difficulty only affects how much damage you receive and how much damage you take. We have the melee, range combat, and survival. So if you're more out there trying to scavenge supplies and things like that, you want to go into survival because it's to make things easy for you and you actually get more of those items. For range combat skills, it makes you be able to kind of have more ammo capacity, use focus mode, and make things a little bit easier range combat skill-wise. For melee, you want to essentially get you stronger melee weapons, and actually increase the damage of your boot knife, which you will always have and never break. So you always want to balance your skill points and kind of find that perfect space between all three. Yeah, so that's the way it's supposed to be, but under the melee skill tree, you can actually put a skill into being able to repair certain weapons. So at that point, if you find this, like fire axes are great in our game, they usually two-shot most enemies, but they break really easily. So once you get that skill in, you can use scrap to consistently keep that weapon yours, so you can always use it. So yeah, we give you that option if you put the skill points into it. You can, using your bike to hit animals or to hit freakers, it's very viable because it's usually one-shot kill. Not through the skill tree, but through Copeland's camp or through the encampments. You can get a better frame, you can add more durability to your bikes, so you can make your bike kind of like a ramming machine a little bit if you want. Yeah, you'll still receive damage, but you can significantly reduce the damage you get on your bike if you upgrade and give it the necessary parts. Yeah, the features I would definitely say is we can drop 20 people to the same location and they can all drive in different directions or maybe even go in the same direction, but they'll all have a different experience thanks to our dynamic weather system, thanks to the ambient events we have in our game. So everyone will experience something different, they'll all have a different story, and that part I really appreciate. The replayability of our game is really good. At least with the Days Gone, the way we have it now, we just wanted to build this really compelling story, this really immersive world. Multiplayer stuff, we don't have anything planned, but at least me being like the community manager, I'll definitely look out for that feedback if like thousands of people are asking for it. We'll see. Well, I haven't tried the maximum. I've done up to like 10 plus. If you stay back and you position yourself, yeah, I've been able to mark them all. There is actually a skill under the survival thing where it outlines enemies for you. So if you use the survival sense, there's a chance you can kind of see them off in the distance to see, okay, that's where the freaker is. And if you want, you can use rocks or like an attractor to lure them over so that they'll start attacking the humans and vice versa. Yeah, Days Gone launches on April 26th. We hope to see you there on launch day. Thank you.